Hello and welcome to Talkin Baseball. It's episode 1000, a Gino. We're doing all JM. It's going to be just chaos today. Tarps off. Tarps off.
Homers. That's all we hit.
Tarek Scooble.
Homer.
Okay. Homa. 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 Hello. You just threw a piece of metal at me. Is that you, doll? Hello and welcome to Talkin Baseball, episode 1000. I am Jake Storielli. Trevor Plouffe is here. Bob's producing. Jomboy's going to pop in. We've got all JM. And I think, you know, when you go to like an old cool person's funeral and they call it a celebration of life. I think that's what today is. I think today's a celebration of life, Coach Trev. How are you?
I'm doing great. You know, I didn't even know it was episode 1000. So I walked out into Magnum Condom Studios here and it had been decorated with balloons and some streamers. And I'm excited, man. I remember we did our 500th episode, right? This is crazy. And in the blink of an eye, here we are at 1,000. And basically, I feel old. Even though today I look super hip and cool, I showed you my new sunglasses. Like, we're getting up there, Coach. A lot of wisdom here on this show.
I don't know how many more Tarps Off episodes I'm going to have in me. 35. It's not looking good. There's a reason the laptop's covering the nips. There they are. Hello. Yeah, man. It's a thank you to everyone. The whole thing's insane from day one. Me and Jim being like, yeah, I don't know. Well, I guess we'll talk about all of baseball now, to meeting your goofy ass at whatever. Is that a brewery in California?
It was at the local peasant.
The local peasant. How about that? Hits a little harder these days. And we love getting a yuck ball with you guys every day. So
wait, I want to say thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. I really do. After you play, you're out of baseball, a lot of guys struggle with finding something to get into. And I stumbled into this and found this awesome Jomboy Media Talking Baseball community that I don't take for granted. So I love showing up and doing the work, and we wouldn't be able to do it without our community. So thank you guys.
The community, Bobby, BBD did so many eps. Dalt setting us up for success every episode. Our socials team crushes us sometimes. But you know how the internet is. That's what we got to do. We are the shield. And you know what, Trev? Another reason I was kind of happy to go Tarps up. A, summer's here. What are we doing? B, I got to prove to the people I'm not an MLB guy. Like I know they're in, but I'm gonna do me.
Staying true to the roots.
I'm staying true to us.
I'm finally coming out as a Dodgers fan. Everyone was right all along.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Even though it says Los Angeles Rams on my hat, no big deal.
So we've got a couple surprises this episode. We are doing all JM, so we're gonna yuck ball throughout.
The work doesn't stop.
But I don't even know. Bob says he's got a video, so I guess we're gonna start with that.
Jake, Coach Trev, Talkin Baseball team, 1,000 episodes. Congratulations. Thank you for all you've done for me behind the scenes, baseball at large, fans all over the world. Can't wait to see what you guys cook up next. Looking forward to the next 1,000 episodes. You guys are my heroes. Keep doing it. Love you, boys.
Talkin Jake and Coach Trev, congratulations. 1,000 episodes of Talkin Baseball. You both are now officially #big deals. No, in all seriousness, congratulations on all the success. You guys have turned baseball media, changed it for the better. You've made it a more fun place, and I'm just thankful to have been a very small part of this journey of yours. So cheers to you guys, and here's to 1,000 more.
Congrats, Talkin Baseball. 1,000 episodes is a lot.
T2.
So keep it up. Keep the good work up, and
roses are red. Gym socks smell weird.
Jake, Trev, congratulations on 1,000 episodes of Talkin Baseball. It's been fun watching you guys in the first 1,000. Look forward to the next 1,000. Excited for where you guys are taking the show. Congratulations.
You know what doesn't smell weird? Talkin Baseball.
1,000 episodes of Talking Baseball from your fellow podcaster. Congratulations. What an accomplishment. Grinding, as you guys do. Best in the game. You know, Trev, still waiting on that bottle of wine, man. Anytime. Price just keeps going up. That's all right. It's all right. Keep going, boys. 1,000 episodes. Congrats.
Best Trevor at Jomboy Media, because I'm not here. Officially. I'm technically, you get it.
You guys complete me. If I lost my left foot, you guys would figure out how to get old ball coach here a foot.
It takes a ton of work to get to 1,000 of anything. The fact that you guys have got to 1,000 episodes is absolutely incredible. Couldn't be more proud of you two. The reason is because you guys are good. I hate to say it, especially to you, Trev, but you guys are absolutely fucking fantastic at what you do, and I can't wait to watch 1,000 more. See you, boys. Love yous.
What's up, Jake and Trev? Congrats on episode 1,000. It's been awesome to see the show grow over the years, and you guys do so well just talking ball. So congratulations, and here's to more ball talk.
You guys make me want to cuss, you know, but not negative cuss like R-rated ball game, but in a good way.
We got a foot! A foot for 1,000 episodes. I know you guys like round numbers. This is a big one. Congratulations on 1,000 episodes to two of our favorite people in the very, very big wide world, the best baseball folks on the planet. You know we listen to every single episode like it's our job. We love you guys. Congratulations on 1,000 awards!
Coach Trev, congratulations on your 1,000th show. It's like 182 shows for every Fangraphs win above replacement in your career. So many interviews, so much insight. I'm just honored to be a small part of it, and I cannot wait for the next 1,000 as well. So congratulations, and oh, Jake, congratulations, I guess.
I love you. Both. I adore you. Congratulations. Now get
Oh, a little R-rated coach ball game coming out for us.
That's why we don't let him off the leash, I guess, because that's...
now I'm looking forward to Atlanta.
Thank you to all those people. Thank you to everyone. And a big thank you to who's joining us in the room right now. The great Jombino is here.
Oh, wow.
Speaking of.
I don't usually get starstruck.
I'm here to recite a poem written by AI assisted by Rob. Are we ready? 1,000 baseballs, each a story spun, from dugout whispers to the crack of fun. Talkin Baseball hits its 1,000th show, a diamond's journey where legends grow. Coach Trev, the steady glove at third, turns stats into stories, never rehearsed. He's the guy, the player's heart, where tails and takes he sets apart. Jake, the voice that rides the seams, quick with a laugh and wild with dreams. He burns through standings, NL and AL, finding the spark in every tale. Dalton, the mind behind the stats, digging deep where the numbers sat. He's the researcher, the quiet ace, bringing the facts to every case. Jimmy, the spark that started the fire. And BBD, the giggle who wrangled the wires. To the years spent memorizing each roster and the battles fought and lost to the tech monster. 1,000 baseballs, 1,000 cheers from fans who've listened through the years. Best podcast, funny, informative, clear. I sleep to their voices night after year. Edgy, friendly, never too stern, plenty of insight. Each episode I learn. With so much content, you stand out. Entertaining, hilarious. There's never a drought. I recommend to all fans, no matter the team, Talkin Baseball keeps the dream. Through wins and losses, through rain delays, through angry calls and wild plays, you've built a home that welcomes all, from coast to coast, a big fan or small. So here's to Trev, Jake, Dalton, too, to Jimmy and the whole crew. 1,000 baseballs and still you go. Talkin Baseball, the heart of the show.
That is unbelievable.
Chris Rose is crying. Chris Rose is crying from that. When you said tech monster, do you mean at the hour 15 point of every show when Trev's computer used to turn off and we just put up a robot picture of him?
Yeah. Shout out Nina who drew the robot picture of Trev.
We just said that was normal.
I forgot about that. I'd like to credit Eminem.
We had a lot of fun together, boys.
Eminem taught me how to twist words to make them rhyme. AL and tail.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little orange door.
I didn't know what you said right there. I just went along with it.
Tail. It's Cali.
It's Cali, Trev.
It's Cali, Trev.
Grow up.
Homage,
Take the
dude.
5. Get on the 405. Tail that car in front of you. Thank you, Jimbo.
See you guys.
Love you, Jim.
Congrats.
Thanks for being the spark that ignites the flame.
Spark. That ignites the fire. One verse not written by AI.
That one was you.
Oh, we're getting a lot of nip right now. A lot.
Oh, boy. It's a lot of nip. All right. So now we're just going to do a normal episode. Hey, a final one. Everyone in that video, I mean, Cole, Katie Wu, Glass, T2, Trevor May, Passon, Coach Ballgame, Kelsey Winger, her baby girl. Who else was in there? Who else was
Ian Happ.
Ian Happ asking for his wine.
Can I just tell you something? You know, it's a great time to announce episode 1000.
Okay. Careful.
July 8th. 6 days from now, I'll be in Minnesota calling the Twins game versus who? The Cubs. What will I be doing before the game?
All right.
Finally presenting Ian Happ with his bottle of wine. And he's right, the price went up. I've bought the bottle. It was expensive.
Okay. It's been purchased.
I got to hand it to him now. I haven't seen Ian Happ. Like, I haven't been face-to-face with Ian Happ and since, I believe, the spring training house in Arizona.
Trev, that picture, if you do it, is going to do numbers.
I mean, if I do it, what if I just...
Hey, man, I've heard it was going to happen before, and we're full nip again. Okay. Okay, no arms up this episode. Thank you to everyone. Let's do all JM. You guys are the best. To 1,000 more and more tarps off. And, hey, if you can't afford the stuff Trev's getting, why don't you be like me? I had a couple of these last night, a couple Coronas, because that's what goes best with baseball. Kicking back, ordering some Coronas and enjoying the ride together. Man, it's Canada Day yesterday. I don't care if you're in the Great North. I don't care if you're in the US of A. I don't care if you're south of the border. I want a Corona wherever I go. Turn the cheap seats into your own private island with some ice-cold Coronas. Start off at a ping pong bar yesterday. Little leaders off-site, whatever. And then it turned into Jakey Coronas. Crack open a Corona, squeeze in a lime, enjoy America's favorite pastime with Mexico's favorite present time. Get yours at ordercorona.com. 21 plus, enjoy responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. Yes, Trev, I was praying. I call those dinosaur glasses. Should I not call them that? What are they?
I think they're eyeballs. So I don't know. They're just my glasses. What do you mean?
I don't know. I thought for some reason they had like dinosaur eyes. I don't know. Weird. Hey, let's do some all JM, and then me and Trev, we're going to list our top 1,000 moments in the show's history. All That was a fib. Trev, we'll start off in the American League. If you're new to All JM, what an episode to be new to. I'm Jake. That's Trev. You just met a whole bunch of our friends. All JM, just a reminder, this isn't the best players in the month of June. It's the best players throughout this point of the season. We give pedals. If you get it every month through the year, you can get the Silver Daisy, and we track it. So when you were the best player in April, you got it. That changes from April to May for some positions. It's going to change again as we just finished up in June. And Trev, we'll start. Yeah, I'll rattle it off quick. Last month's. So through May in the American League, Cal Raleigh, Jonathan Aranda, Gleyber Torres, Bobby Witt Jr., Jose Ramirez, Aaron Judge, Byron Buxton, Stephen Kwan, Rafael Devers. Don't think you'll see him back. Jacob Wilson got the fan vote last month, Trev. And Tarek Skubal on the bump. In the National League, Will Smith is happening, people. Freddie Freeman at first, Brendan Donovan at second, Geraldo Perdomo, the captain and the shortstop, Manny Machado at third, James Wood, PCA, and Kyle Tucker in the outfield, with Shohei Ohtani at DH. Corbin Carroll won the fan vote last month, and Paul Skeens. I saw him messing around with the grounds crew the other day. He was the best pitcher in the National League. So, with all of that, any final words before we dive in, Trev?
It's been a roller coaster this year in All JM. I'm looking right now, the people that are up for Silver Daisies. Kyle Tucker won fan vote and then was a starting outfielder, so he is still in the running, although it's a little wonky, but he's still in the running for one. Brendan Donovan at second base in the National League. And then other than that, it's Aaron Judge, Cal Raleigh, and Shohei Ohtani, which makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and this, again, going back early, with the Jom days, the concept was all-star games don't always tell the full story. And I think a year after we started doing it, I think MLB started doing their like all MLB team. So, some things have their prestige level, and that's what we have here. And Trev, I think there's good news in the American League, and you think there's good news in the National League that you think a lot of boys have run it back. And with the American League catcher, the storyline of this season, Big Dumper.
Cal Raleigh's been one of the better players in baseball this year. Snaps for him, Platinum Glove winner. He's, his at-bats right now are so fun to watch. Like he's, obviously he's just locked in right now. The mechanics are there. The switch hitting ability, everything is... He's starting to get that star treatment, too. We're starting to see the intentional walks come through, but he's just made – without Cal Raleigh, the Seattle Mariners are saying the same old thing. We're not scoring enough runs. We're not in the playoff dance. But Cal Raleigh's put the team on his back.
He sure has. And even the young guard at catcher, Narvaez, Alejandro Kirk, Dylan Dingler, if you added up all three of their homers, it doesn't catch Cal. What he's been doing has been so special. Congrats and snaps to Cal Raleigh of our Seattle Mariners. Trev, at first place, I'm interested to see if you've got any pivot in you, because Jonathan Aranda, who won it last month, he also, in the month of April, it was Spencer Torkelson, who's still lurking. He's hitting the home run ball. I think it comes down to Aranda and Vladdy. And I think Aranda is the pick. Everything's just a tick better.
Yeah, Torkelson's had a really tough month of June. His numbers have gone down. I do think it is Vladdy and Aranda. If you're looking for like our typical stats that we love, Aranda is very close to 345 again. He's hitting 327, 407, 496 right now. I don't love the K percentage with Aranda.
Yeah.
It's up there. And that's kind of what I see when I'm looking at Vladdy's numbers. The OPS is a little bit below Aranda's. 841 for him, 903 for Aranda. But what I do love, Jake, and this gets me going, 47 walks to 49 strikeouts.
Yeah.
We're almost 1-to-1 there for Vladdy. Vladdy does have him in homers. He does have him in runs. He's got him in doubles. He's had a few more plate appearances, not a ton. He's only had about 30 more plate appearances than Aranda. I'm kind of stuck on this one. This was one of the only ones I thought that was tough for me. I'm leaning Aranda, but I'm open to being sold on Vladdy.
For me, it's Aranda. Neither of these guys known for their glove right now. And yes, Vladdy has the 2 homers and the runs. For Aranda, it's hits, RBI, batting average, on base, slugging, OPS. I know a lot of those end up overlapping. Weighted runs created plus.
So close.
Weighted runs created plus if you're into that, 159 to 138. Both of these guys are out there to hit. I think no names. If you just showed the stat lines, I would want Aranda's stat line. That's where my vote's going.
The only thing keeping me in on this is that walk to strikeout ratio. It's so sexy.
It's nice. I get it.
Snaps for Aranda.
He continues. How about that? A sneaky part of the Rays' success this year has been him.
Huge part, yeah.
Right. From basically start to finish. The American League second base with a little bit of funk. It started with young Christian Campbell lighting the world on fire. His season changed pretty quickly. That Gleyber Torres won it last month. And the American League second base position, Brandon Lau is charging. He's hitting a lot of home runs. Jackson Holliday is contributing, but it looks like Gleyber's essentially going unopposed right now.
I'm in on Gleyber for this one. Nobody's like super running away with it, having a great season. Obviously, Gleyber, what he's meant to that Detroit lineup can't be understated. He's been as consistent as consistent can be. When Torkelson started going down in June, Baez kind of picked it up, so he picked up the slack there. But Gleyber has just been right around that 800 OPS every single month, and being the consistent threat in that lineup. The only one I would consider, I guess, would be B. Lau, but he's behind Gleyber in all the counting stats, and the slash line ends up being really, really similar. 817 OPS for B. Lau, 823 for Gleyber. But the counting stats are just, well.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's close. It's closer than
I think I was reading this wrong. I didn't have it all the way over because I was thinking B. Lau's counting stats were Gleyber's counting stats.
Okay.
You voted for Gleyber already.
So I've got a couple things. I mean, Brandon Lau, after a horrible April, 581 OPS, has been in the 9s the last 2 months. That's how we got here. The only other thing that I would say for Gleyber is that Brandon Lau is platoonish. Versus lefties this year, a 539 OPS, 899 versus righties. Gleyber, let me double check my stats. And hey, I don't want to use your own ammo against you here. Check out that.
I've seen the walk to strikeout.
Check out that walk to strikeout. Gleyber, 980 versus lefty, 769 versus righty. So I don't know. I understand everything you're saying right now, that maybe this isn't
18
chalky.
homers to 9.
Right.
B. Lau. 52 runs to 42 runs. B. Lau. 49 runs driven in to 43 for Gleyber.
Right.
Neither of them steal bags. 2 stolen bases, 4 stolen bases for Gleyber.
Well, Brandon Lau plays at Brandon Lau plays at a little league stadium for his home games, you know?
I mean, that's spring training facility.
Oh.
Call it Little League. I'm kind of stuck on this one. I almost want to go B. Lau and call somebody in. I think this is the first time we got to do it of the ep.
Okay.
John Bino's there.
Let's mark B. Lau. If Rob or Dalton, if one of you could light the eternal Jomboy flame.
These glasses are hard to see out of people. I'm sorry.
Oh, boy. And I thought the L was going to be easy. It's going to be a chunky ep then. Let's see what comes back with that. Shortstop might be a disaster then. Because I see your guy J.P. Crawford getting on base, Gunners charging. It's been Jeremy Pena and Bobby Witt Jr. And Trev, it's been Bobby Witt Jr., which I haven't fully agreed with along the way with how good Jeremy Pena has been. He is now hurt. Bobby Witt Jr. has won it the first 2 months. The Jombino has entered the chat. The headphones are on.
Who's won it the first 2 months?
We're talking. That was shortstop. That's by the way. We need you
Okay.
for second base AL between Brandon Lau and Gleyber Torres.
Wow, equal games in at bat, so that's fun.
A little
Counting stats favor B. Lau.
little homers versus
Walk strikeout favors
everything
Gleyber.
else.
Gleyber's on base is killing him. Gleyber's got 386 on base.
Look at the walk to strikeout.
It's in control.
I love when Jimmy's head gets going.
How bad's their defense?
It's neither of their strengths.
Gleyber is right now right in the middle of the pack, 52nd percentile, 0 outs above average. Not really doing it on the bases.
No.
And I'll get you Brandon Lau.
He's a sleepy guy on the bases.
Brandon Lau is also not doing it. He's -9. He's the worst second baseman in baseball defensively, according to outs above average.
It's not good. Okay, I'm checking my difference maker. Empty games.
Empty
Yeah,
games.
these are Gleyber's going to win that one for sure with those walks, I'm assuming.
You would think, but Bilal has more hits than him, it says.
Brandon Lau, the other, I know a piece of information you look for. He's been bad versus lefties.
Gleyber historically split proof. Hopefully that's
been pretty split proof.
Crushing lefties. He's been solid versus righties.
I'm going Gleyber. If the defense and the base running's bad for both, then I'd rather at second base get consistency and balance. And Brandon Lau, Bilal is loud. That's how I remember how to say his name. He is really bad against lefties, where Gleyber is split proof. So Gleyber, as a fan, hey, he's going to give us something today offensively, where Lau, if it's versus a lefty, you're kind of like, well, it's not his game, but it'll help us out tomorrow. I'd rather have the Gleyber bat.
I'm fine with that.
If Bilal was a much better defender, that would push him ahead than this, but I like the consistency, so I'm going Gleyber.
Jim, I have a little bonus good news for you. If you remember our betting episode before the season, one of your was Bilal homers, and he has been, for 2 months, he's been rolling.
Well, 12 at home, short porch.
Trev just called it a Little League field.
No, I didn't. I said it's a spring training facility.
It's not even that, because it doesn't have any fun to it. It's just like corporate
spring training
bland
facilities
time.
are not fun. They should be. That's a great point by you. None of them are fun.
Well, look at the crowd in Sacramento. At least they're not just like roasting in daylight.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, but
It's
there's
very
grass.
hot
They
there.
can sit. Look at the outfield, we've been in that outfield. It's concrete hallway of
That's
all
the Yankees. It's the
reflective
Yankees.
cement.
Everything's concrete. You guys just need to mix in some wood or some stone or something.
I would have. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Give me some bricks. Give me something that's not just a slab of cement. That stadium is. I mean, we've been saying this since we went for the first time.
Just sell that stadium to the Rays already.
Don't get me started on Yankee Stadium being a replica of the old Yankee Stadium. Never understood that.
Well, OSHA fucked that up. You want to replicate old
Consistency in
stadium.
pictures? Is that what they were going for? I don't know.
What? I thought you were saying it's not a replica.
No, it is a replica. I was saying, that's what they wanted, was just consistency in pictures throughout the years or something? I don't understand. It should have been the most badass stadium of all time, and it's not.
Well, I mean, the field being a replica is cool. The outside they botched because they went too Dallas Cowboy style, too big, too suites, not enough. That open concourse style is really nice, like what Citi Field has, and Detroit has that. I think Cincy has that too, even though they're kind of small. Cincy's crazy small. I didn't really realize that till the Yankees went there, and I was looking at it.
Okay.
Yeah, Yankee Stadium is only good because of the fans and the environment. Like if you go there, we went to Wrigley and they did not play a game, and it's still awesome.
Yeah.
And we went to a Pirates game, and we were one of 20 people at that game. It was still nice. Yankee Stadium, if you go there and it's not a good atmosphere, it's not anything.
I respect Yankee fans for making that place what it is.
Yeah.
Thank you, Trev. Thank you, Jim.
Congrats to Glaber.
Congrats to Glaber Torres.
So no one can play second base.
Yeah, right.
No, it's become one of those
At
positions.
Second base here. There's one man in Arizona. That's about it. Torey Lovello. It might be a long ep today.
What's Trev? Yeah, what is happening with this?
Hey, that's beautiful. That's what this city used to be about. Congrats to Glaber. The shortstop position. Trev, I'll let you go on Pena Witt because you fought for Witt last time. Pena is toe-to-toe with him. Some of the metrics like him more. He is also hurt. What do your eyes see?
This one to me is going to go to Jeremy Pena. I mean, he just got hurt.
Yeah.
I think he played his last game at June 27th or something like that. But as consistent as he's been throughout the season, I also didn't know he had wheels like that. Like he's got some 97th percentile speed.
He's a beast.
And that usually would be a separator for Bobby Witt Jr. You know, he's going to steal bags. The percentage for Bobby Witt, not great right now. 21 stolen bases, a 6 caught stealing. It hurts me because this is going to take away from Bobby Witt's ability to have the Silver Daisy unless he wins the utility vote. But I think I'm going Jeremy Pena here.
I fought for Pena last month. Bobby Witt's last 2 months, a 779 OPS and 829 OPS. Jeremy Pena's last 2 months, 898, 919. 361 batting average last month. The way he plays defense and runs, congrats to Jeremy Pena, who has become the star player that we've discussed.
I think I said that early in the year, like Jeremy Pena can be a star in this league, and
Yes.
people were just like, "What are you talking about?" I don't know. Look, he's right now, batting run value on Savant, 89th percentile, base running value, 89th percentile, fielding 85th. I mean, that's all, well above average, almost into the elite category.
He has been elite this year. He hadn't showed us this yet, and now he is. And if this is it, and I mean, dude, how many times Houston's on top? Pena and Paredes, man. Congrats to Jeremy Pena. Maybe we'll see if young Jacob Wilson sneaks back in the fan vote or something like that. Bobby Witt, maybe. I don't know, because I think he deserves it. We'll get there in a second. We've got to go to third base. And at the AL third base position, coming up, it has been Alex Bregman, as he had one of the most dominant Aprils we've seen. And then the old classic, Jose Ramirez, locked it down last month. He is fending off the new guard. Look at Junior Caminero. Look at Michael Garcia from Kansas City has been lighting it up this year, along with Isaac Paredes. I will cast my ballot first. It's still Jose Ramirez, though, because he's that guy.
This is a tough one.
Really,
I'm going between
Trev?
Michael and Jose Ramirez here. I love, actually, their batting average is exactly the same, 309 through June. So the OPSs are lining up, almost identically. 846 for Michael Garcia, 871 for Jose, 18 swipes for Michael, 21 for Jose. I mean, the numbers are pretty close. The only thing that you're looking at here is Jose's got him by 5 home runs. He's got, a little bit more of the counting stats in runs. But this is really close. I'm surprised you cast your vote so quickly for Jose.
Well, Trev, you're sneakily saying every reason. J-Ram kind of has him in everything. Like the 5 home runs, if you want runs, sure. stolen bases should show up as net stolen bases because Garcia's been caught 9 times. J-Ram's been caught 5. So you see a 3 stolen base difference, but that should be a 7 stolen base difference. And then J-Ram has him in pretty much every percentage. Well, I shouldn't, like you said, batting average. The on base is super close. The slugging it ticks up. That the OPS ends up putting them 30 points apart. He's Jose Ramirez. Like I think sometimes we get bored of the same thing sometimes, and I'm happy that Michael Garcia has turned into who he is. But it's J-Ram.
Snaps for J-Ram. Close one.
Caminero keeps hitting home runs. The story can change very quickly. 21 of them.
I see your walk to strikeout, Isak. I see it.
He's been seen. He's playing at the right stadium this year. And Alex Bregman's numbers are still in the mix, and he hasn't played in like a month. So let's go check in with that next month. The American League outfield. Trev's American League. If you're new to the show, you need a center fielder. The past couple months, this is where the AL is fun. The center fielder was Cedric Mullins. In the corners were Aaron Judge and Wilyer Abreu. Last month in the outfield, Byron Buxton, the buck stop in center, Aaron Judge in right, and then Stephen Kwan got the other corner outfield position, or outfield, after you have your center fielder. Trev, I will take the theatrics out of part of it. Aaron Judge and Byron Buxton are back.
Byron Buxton has been so freaking good this year in all facets of the game. Still has not been caught stealing. I believe it's 15 swipes on the year. The defense is unbelievable. Last night, Twins stink right now. They're getting, or maybe the Marlins they are that good because the way they're playing right now. He didn't rob a home run, but he robbed the home run. He went up the wall and stopped the ball. It ricocheted off of one pole, was going to ricochet out and be a home run, but got the glove up to swipe it back down to the field. I mean, he has been incredible. So yeah, he deserves 100% to be the center fielder, and I hope he starts in center field in the All-Star game as well. And I'm trying to convince him to do the home run derby.
Oh, little behind the scenes. All right.
So yeah, him and Judge. Obviously, what Judge is doing, I don't know if you want to put the numbers out there. Pop, you can, because they're pretty eye-popping.
1175 OPS.
He's slugging 717. That's higher than my career OPS.
Oh, you didn't have to. Same, to be fair.
Yeah,
so,
it is.
Judge and Cal. We talk about them a lot for a reason. Trev, in the third outfield spot, I'm very interested to see where you're going.
There's a couple guys. Stephen Kwan's been there. I don't know if he's in the discussion right now. I think for me, it's between Julio Rodriguez, who, he's been showing up for the Mariners this year. The offense usually ticks up in the summertime. It's been league average this year, but what he does, on the base pass and also out in center field is pretty impressive. I think my lean here, though, Jake, is Riley Green. He's been absolutely smashing the ball as of late. Over the last 28 days, so last month, 348, 392, 640 for the 1.032. He's another guy that's just kept the Tigers in their run going. So I think I'm leaning there unless you can convince me otherwise.
Trev, you nailed it. And it feels like he's getting a little more comfortable in left field. People were kind of waiting for that to happen. The OAA is fine, and he's hitting in a different tier than the other options. Riley Green's OPS is 887. Julio's 721. That is a different at bat for the pitcher, for the hitter, for the team. Even Kwan, how much I love him. Wheelier's been out. Joe Adell is on the list, and we're happy for him. But I think it's Riley Green, and is he the best player on the best team?
He could be. Kerry Carpenter's got a nod for that. Scooble's probably the best player.
Yeah.
He's a pitcher.
But he's a
Don't
pitcher,
really count
Trev. I mean, what?
In June, Joe Adell, 293, 375, 663 for the one daughter. 11 homers, 19 runs driven in. It's very reminiscent of 2012 T. Plouffe.
Congratulations to him on being 2012.
Still not good enough. I feel you, bro.
Feel you. Congrats to our AL outfield, which brings us to the designated hitter position. The DH, Tyler Soderstrom for those A's. And that was the fan vote. Have A's won the fan vote the first 2 months? What year is it? DH was Tito Polo. Jorge Polanco the first month of the season went nuts. And then it was Devers. So we need a new guy. The Yandy man, Yandy Diaz, has entered the conversation. Ryan O'Hearn, Ben Rice, and Brent Rooker. O'Hearn has played, some corner outfield, some first base. Where are you, Trev?
I don't know with this one. This is another, a couple positions have just become such a revolving door. We don't have a ton of just DHs anymore. We don't have a ton of second basemen anymore. And it's kind of showing up in the splits here. I think it's between Ryan O'Hearn and Brent Rooker. For some reason, I want to lean Brent Rooker. Some of the counting stats point that way. I know what Ryan O'Hearn has meant to the Orioles, but, where are the Orioles in the standings? You can say the same thing about the A's. Yeah. But if we're not leading a team to the playoffs, then I think you just kind of have to go statistically here. And I know Rooker's played more games than O'Hearn, 87 games for Rooker to 71 games for him. But, the counting stats are there. He's got more hits, got more doubles, got more triples, got more homers, got more runs driven in. I think it's Brent Rooker.
Brent Rooker has more everything. And it is a little bit of a shocking game gap. 71 games for O'Hearn, 87 for Rooker. I think, again, there's some lefty-righty split stuff there that he's a different player. But, yeah, I think sometimes it's just simple as, okay, if all the percentages are basically even, 8 more doubles, 6 more homers, 20 more runs, it's Brent Rooker. Snaps for him. And he had his whole thing where it happened. He became this little social media, social media star. I called myself out. It's right. I don't know. And then it felt like he got Yordaned a little bit last year. He is a dude in this league. He got paid. We love it for Brent Rooker.
Yeah, I'm happy for him.
Where'd he come from?
Minnesota Twins.
Oh.
Under my tutelage, obviously.
That's right. July 2012. Congrats to Brent Rooker. 3 DHs as we've snuck along this season. All right. Who do we need to open up the fan vote for, Trev? Bobby Witt, right?
I think Bobby Witt's in there. I think we can throw a Vlad probably in there as well.
I love it. Julio?
There's not really an outfielder that I'm loving putting on there. So I'm is there a catcher that we need to put on? Is anybody? I don't think so. You talk Narvaez a little bit. You can talk dirty to me there.
Between him and Kirk, I don't know if I could pick that. I like Vladdy. I like Bobby Witt. And I'd either say Michael Garcia or Julio.
Let's go Michael.
Let's do it. Let's get some fresh blood in there. Okay, so make sure you guys go check out the fan vote. And then to finish the American League, we need a starting pitcher. Pitcher's always nasty with this. You've heard it in my voice throughout if you've been with us for these episodes, because it ends up looking so much the same. Hunter Brown got it the first month. Tarek Skubal got it the second month. Him, Fried, Crochet, DeGrom. Jimmy was a pretty firm back in the day. He didn't want a pitcher. I'm getting closer to that every day because this is just brutal.
Picking one starting pitcher is ridiculous.
Brutal.
But right, it's easy now.
Oh.
I think Scoobs is running away with this. I don't even think it truly is close. I mean, he's got the low of all these guys we're talking about. We have Hunter Brown, Bubic, Crochet, DeGrom, Fried, and Scooble on our list right now. He's got the lowest whip. He's got the lowest walks per 9. He's got the most strikeouts per 9. Like, what are we doing here?
There's a Hunter Brown conversation. He's got one more quality start. The ERA is lower. That, I don't know. Tarek Scooble's 11 more innings. I do value that. That they are splitting hairs. They're splitting hairs. I mean,
we're not saying these guys haven't had a great run. Hunter Brown's been awesome. Crochet has been incredible. Look at what Jacob deGrom has done. And I almost want to put him in the fan vote. Wish we could put a pitcher. But to me, Scooble is the best pitcher in baseball right now. I don't think anyone's going to argue that. I mean, there's some dogs out there. You could talk National League and Skeens and Wheeler and what they're doing. All the guys we just mentioned, great pitchers, aces. I think there's one guy right now in the league, and I think it's Tarek Scooble.
Tarek Scooble, Max Fried, 13 quality starts. Put Scooble on the piece of paper. I'm done with it. That is your American League. Congrats to Scoobs. Congrats to us. And congrats to Best Western. Take a trip, people. Hit the road. I think Jolly just went to Savannah and was checking out some Best Western stuff. It's summer, people. It's July 2nd. Go book a trip and go book it with Best Western, wherever you're hitting the road, whether it's for work, the big game, or just whatever you're trying to do. There's a Best Western there. They've got 4,000 hotels worldwide. They have become a part of the family this year. It's been really fun getting to know them and work with them. They're allowing us to do a lot of stuff because they're everywhere. They're Best Western. Traveling isn't one size fits all. It's for the planners and the procrastinators, the loyalty point collectors, and the I just booked it Jake crowd. So whether you're traveling solo with your friends or with the entire roster, Best Western has you covered. Pack your bag, cue up the playlist, hit the road. Life's a trip. Make the most of it at bestwestern.com. Coach Trevor in the National League, La Liga, at the catcher position. The bridesmaid, never the bride. Will Smith became the bride. Carson Kelly had an insane April and got the nod. Will Smith finally got his first pedal, which is just insanity. And he is currently fending off William Contreras, who's been around it. Hunter Goodman. Send Hunter Goodman to the All-Star game, people. Had the glitch in my DMs about it. Whoops. Augustine Ramirez appearance. Hello. There's got to be a reason the Fish are winning games. Trev, convince me it's not Will Smith, because it is.
It's Will Smith. Congratulations. I mean, Hunter Goodman, what he's done in Colorado is awesome. I think he's probably going to be their all-star representative. William Contreras, the offense really isn't there right now. 706 OPS. Will Smith, he's a catcher, people. He's 3.45ing it. 318, 413, 532 for the 945 OPS. He's a fucking catcher.
Yeah. Yeah. Well done. Powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Congrats to Will Smith. Back-to-back wins. At the first base position, Trevor, you're seeing this clearly, you made it sound like. Pete Alonso won it the first month. Went nuts. Freddie Freeman got it the last month. It's the battle between those two. Josh Naylor has been fantastic. Michael Bush, Matt Olson, dating daughters along the way. And if you're a war person, there's some conversations there. Trev, I'm lost.
I'm leaning Pete Alonso. Freddie Freeman has absolutely nosedived in June. It just has not been a good month for him or Mookie. Like, what's going on there? 557 OPS after one dotting it the first 2 months. of the year. Pete Alonso's been as steady as you can be. He leads all these guys in homers, in runs driven in, and how about this? Lapping the field and hit by pitches 11. That helps the on base percentage out a little bit. So he's 291, 380, 541 for the 921 OPS. He leads all the first basemen in that category as well. I think that we can't overthink this one. I think it's Pete Alonso. He's doing it.
You're right. I think some Atlanta people could raise up and give him Matt Olson in the defense, Trev. You're talking about it on the broadcast. Pete clears him significantly enough in pretty much every offensive category. And
Atlanta fans don't want to say anything nice about their ball club.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Congrats to Peter
Maybe the
Alonso.
Mets don't either, though. My gosh.
Yeah. What's going on? Baseball's a little kooky. I like it. cuts to us right now.
If you can't run the bases the right way and aggressively, and you can't play defense, guess what? Sometimes it's bad baseball. It shows up.
Don't tell that to the Yankees analytics department.
No, just hit a 3-run homer. It's really easy to do that.
It's the best.
You don't got to take the extra base. Why? Defense.
Josh Naylor, 10 stolen bases.
Strikeouts and home runs, bro.
10 stolen bases out of the Cheshire Cat.
I freaking love him, man.
Dalton's in the room, and I think he's coming to grips with this. But Josh Naylor on a playoff run team, Seattle, somewhere else, gets interesting quick. Oh no! Don't Dalton.
That boy backwards hat too is just something.
No, he didn't say anything. Congrats. He said congrats to Pete Alonso. Trev, second base, I'm interested to see how juicy-loosey you get on me. Because the National League second base position has been Brendan Donovan. Just slapping the ball around the yard. That Cardinals offense, But there is a literal snake in the grass. Ketel Marte is behind on games, but that's it. The man is the only person at second base that is truly playing head over heels this year. I'm interested. We've got the defensive stalwarts of Horner and Terang. Are you seeing the board any differently?
It's Ketel Marte for me. And yeah, I mean, some of these guys do things differently. Like Terang is going to run the bases. He's going to play a great defensive second base. Same thing with Nico. They serve their purpose. They're on their teams for a reason. Like these teams want to run, prevent. I mean, Ketel Marte is just too electric to ignore. He's almost one dotting it. 994 OPS. He is 345ing it right on the nose at 300, 402 on base, 592 slug. And yeah, like he's missed some games, but the offensive numbers are too overwhelming to ignore. So I'm going Ketel. And Donovan, like he's had a tough June, but what he means to that lineup and the leadership that he's brought. I just read an article from Katie Wu, shout out, talking about what he's been doing with guys, bringing them back to the lab after games, just straight up to the video room. Like he's putting the work in. It's showing. He's having his best year of his career. But Ketel Marte is, I mean, he's elite, Jake.
If you did players that have played above 50 games, he would be fourth in OPS. It's Judge. It's Shohei. It's Cal Raleigh. It's Ketel Marte.
It's 17 homers in 58 games played.
He's a bad man. Know what? Arizona, don't trade Naylor. Just start winning games and pitch a little bit. Congrats to Ketel Marte. And congrats to all the pesky little baseball kids growing up in Milwaukee and Chicago that are idolizing Nico Horner and Bryce Terang every day. They
can bunt people, they can bunt, and they can run, and they can field, and they're going to make millions of dollars because of it.
Look at that. But hit a 3-run homer, Trev. That's what you're missing. Well, Ketel can do it. So
against pitching, it's never been better.
Congrats to Ketel Marte. Shortstop.
Don't like this one, Jake.
Okay, good to know. Nobody does. Francisco Lindor won in April. Mr. Smile. Perdomo, a controversial win last month as the young Snake shortstop took it. Joe's McFly just poked his head in, and it made everyone a little happy. Trev, I've got 5 guys I do not mind giving it to. Ooh. Trea Turner. Hello. Welcome to Talkin Baseball. Just a reminder, if you're leaving a comment, my name is Chris Rose. Trea Turner, Perdomo, Lindor, Ellie De La Cruz, and CJ Abrams. Coach?
Okay. Well, I think we're looking at 3 guys here. You were looking at 5. Ellie and CJ have had really, really nice, almost all-around seasons. Okay?
Yes.
Offensively, 858 OPS for Ellie, 852 for CJ. They're both running the bases. Awesome. I mean, 22 swipes for Ellie, 17 for CJ. But then you start to go into the numbers on defense, and they ain't really pretty. I know I've said before I like CJ out there. The numbers consistently call him a below-average defender. Ellie, the same thing this year. The one guy who has been below average defensively every year basically since 2018, but it's somehow turned it around completely this year.
Whoa.
My guy, Trea Turner. Have you looked at the defensive metrics for him?
Did he go talk to your guy? Is Trea Turner
I don't know
cooking
what
the
happens.
books?
Phillies fans, explain to me. Is he making the routine play and then also like shading correctly? Is he just in position more? Because the defensive metrics have Trea as elite at shortstop, and it just has not been that over the last couple of years, at least last 5 years. So the numbers offensively are similar enough for me. Slug a little bit down for Trea, but he's got the swipes and the defense. I think it's Trea Turner for me this month, excuse me.
Holy smokes. Trev, I am with you with CJ and Ellie that I need my shortstop to play consistent defense, and Ellie has not done this year. CJ did. We've talked about a lot on this program previously that although they're excelling offensively, it's not enough that day in, day out, I can't be worried about my shortstop every day. Which then brings us to Lindor, Perdomo, Turner. Offensively, the winner of that is Trea Turner right now. It's just this is a tough mental exercise because I know who Lindor is defensively, year in, year out, bang, bang, bong. Out of Philly for years, we've heard should Stop play short? Should they flip it? When's Trea Turner moving to center? We talked about that last episode. What the outs above average is telling us would be no contest. Trea Turner would win this. I'm a little nervous. I'm going to text Shelfie.
Okay, text Shelfie. I have Trea, and I do want to hear from Phillies fans who are watching this team day in and day out what the biggest difference is.
Bring him in, doll. If he's available, it's episode 1000.
Yeah, we're running. This is going to be a 6-hour episode.
Joe's.
You think we care? We don't care.
With
Algorithm
Joe's.
Be damned. Just kidding. We love you, algorithm. You sweet little algorithm.
We're gonna end the episode with me and Joe's having a hog off. Let's see what Shelfie's got. Couple rotten boys from the JM warehouse.
No spoilers. No spoilers.
Congratulations on episode 1000. Shelfie, we need you to be an honest man for a second.
Okay.
The numbers are telling us that Trea Turner has been an all-world defensive shortstop this year.
Yeah.
For years, that hasn't been the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Does it feels different?
I don't know if it passes the eyeball test because I'll say I've actually been deep diving this more because we're having the Trea Turner, Bobby Wood Jr., who's playing shortstop for Team USA conversation lately.
Sure.
I'm Team Bobby, no bias, But yeah, I don't know if it's like an eyeball test thing. He just is in a groove. I think him being back offensively has helped him a lot. He's been in a rhythm offensively. I think it's kept him going on both sides. Hasn't made any like spectacular plays. I don't know how like the defensive advanced analytics work. Sometimes I hear that just the way you position yourself, you can help yourself out with some of these statistics.
Sure can.
So maybe some of that's playing into it. I don't know, but Trea Turner is having probably his best season as a Philly, and I think a lot of it circles back to him having a really good offensive season.
Interesting.
That might have confused me more.
Defensive analytics are confusing to begin with.
On the defensive metrics here.
Yeah. I'm probably
You're
with you guys.
saying it looks the same.
Yes. I can't think of any one moment this season where I'm like, that play Trea made.
God damn.
I'm still Trea Turner. I'm Trea Turner for shortstop. Leave it up to you, Jake.
I'm not saying he's a bad shortstop.
No.
I'm saying I am confused by defensive analytics.
Do you think he's had a better year than Ellie De La Cruz and C.J. Abrams?
Well, isn't C.J. Abrams one of those guys that is like really bad? Gets measured as a really bad defensive shortstop?
Yeah, just like Trea Turner every year since 2018.
Yeah. What's he at right now? +8, +9 DRS?
He hasn't figured out how to cook the books yet. Oh, God.
That's an ironic thing to say.
well, shout out to
what did he say?
Beasley. Yeah, like C.J. Abrams' OAA is third percentile. You know what? I might cast a vote for Lindor, and we might have to kick to the Jombino. Shelf.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it for Lindor. I've been kind of overlooking him as I thought the offense was just a little below the others. But I know what he brings on the base pass and defensively as well. So I get that. So we're going between Trea Turner and Lindor?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Shelfie.
Rotten. Oh, hold on. Do I get to say goodbye? Trev, it's not a spoiler if it's out, for the record. Rotten. We got one.
Yeah!
We can say this party was for us. Appreciate you guys having me on.
Thank you, Dr. Shelfie.
3 banners, no big deal. First person to ever do it in the warehouse.
Rotten. Third base is the most.
Third base is an absolute shit show.
So maybe we need to get Jimbo on both of this. Who do you want? Who do I take?
So let's go back. Austin Riley, how about that? Had it in April. Then Manny Machado had it in May.
Yep.
And right now, as we're looking at these statistics, I mean, we have pretty much everybody right on par. Austin Riley's kind of taken a step down. I think he's out. So we're talking, what do you favor? Eugenio and all those homers.
Right.
He's got a 142 WRC plus. 26 homers is double anybody else. Then you have Max Muncy, who's come on since getting glasses. Great feel-good story. Love it for everybody that wears glasses out there.
Right.
Max Muncy's a hero.
Yeah.
Manny Machado, been pretty damn consistent this year.
Yeah.
Like, he's doing it on all sides of the ball. I always kind of lean a Manny in a situation like this just because I feel like he truly is the leader down there. And I don't know. I just like watching him play baseball. Like, he's one of my favorite players in the big leagues to watch. So I don't have a good reason for picking Manny because I think they're all very similar. Maybe I'll go 293 average, 354 on base percentage, like maybe a more steady contributor offensively. Maybe I'll go there.
I don't know if that was a vote, but I'm with Manny. Suarez, I don't want to say he's cooked the books a little bit again, but he's got the big homer games. There's a lot of empty games in there, and I went through his defensive highlight reel because I'm scouting for the Yankees' potential trade deadline. Didn't necessarily love what I saw. Meanwhile, it's Manny being Manny, and we did Manny versus Chapman last time. Chapman's banged up a little bit, and Muncy's hard charging, which is great, and he's toe-to-toe with Manny, but I still want Manny at third base. That my vote is Manny.
Snaps for Manny.
Wow.
I think we just can't think too much about this one. Just go for it.
Wow. I thought that would be messier. Then can we, while we're here, do we just hit the Shohei button?
Congratulations, Shohei, on DH.
How about that guy?
I had a question, and this is like, just a stupid Shohei one.
Right.
But like, is he a better hitter or pitcher?
I have him as a better hitter.
Well, because we've seen him hit lately.
Right.
But don't forget, like, the guy's won a Cy Young.
He hasn't won a Cy Young.
He hasn't won a Cy Young? He didn't? Did he get Cy Young 2?
Shohei... I mean, the fact we're talking about it is crazy. Cy Young 4 in 2022.
Oh, Cy Young 4. I'm sorry.
Which, again...
For some reason, I had him Cy Young.
3-time MVP. My God. What are
He
we
should
doing?
have won it. I mean, Aaron Judge broke the home run record right in his face. I mean...
Okay.
No, I'm happy for him.
Right.
I'm saying, like, Shohei's... something else. Okay, so better pitcher or better hitter. Okay.
Congrats to Shohei. Congrats to Manny Machado. Let's do the outfield. We're waiting for the Jombino to come in for the shortstop position. In April, Jung-Hoo Lee was our center fielder, JHL. Corbin Carroll and Fernando Tatis Jr. Last month, PCA. Might have missed it the first time through. King Tuck and James Wood. Here's Jimbo.
Trea Turner and Lindor? Is that what you guys are doing?
Yep.
You could open it up even more. If we have to go to the fourth tiebreaker.
Trea Turner has him in every slash line, every defensive category on every website. Trea Turner has more outs above average. They're tied DRS. Runs created plus. Trea Turner has him. I haven't found a single stat that Lindor is better than Trea Turner at on both sides of the ball.
Boom.
Besides home runs. So I don't understand.
We asked Shelfie how Trea Turner's defense has felt.
Yeah.
Because
he's been a bad defender statistically
poorly
since 2018.
Besides the 1 year he changed his positioning on the Dodgers and felt like he was playing worse, but the metrics liked him more.
There was a 2022 little blip on the radar there, but he's been categorized as the guy that he could move to center field.
This
and
is
now
where
all
I
of a
know-
sudden he's just raking it in on the defensive metrics.
I know
We called
who
Shelby
Lindor-
and he said he wasn't sure.
I know who Lindor is defensively.
Yeah.
I kind of know who Trea Turner is defensively, and that's where defensive metrics are tough to really lean your hat into.
I agree, but it's every defensive metric. Usually
I know.
Some are and some aren't. But he's got him on every offensive thing too.
He's got
like same
Lindor
amount of
has
games
homers
played.
and he has
Right.
runs driven in.
Sure, RBI a little bit of a team stat unless he's failing with runners in scoring position. I would say, but I mean his batting average is way higher. His on base percentage is 20 points higher. His slugging is 10 points higher, or 8, whatever that is. His OPS is 25 points higher. Like that's pretty significant. Every slash line's higher.
I tend to agree. I
voted
know
for
what
Trev.
Lindor plays defensively. That if I'm getting those stats out of a plus defender versus those stats out of a minus defender, I would rather have Lindor.
But Trea's been a plus defender.
Yeah.
We think. Defensive analytics stink. But Trea Turner does not. And I'm happy for our guy. Trea Turner is back.
NL outfield to me is very, very easy.
Do it.
Pete Crow Armstrong, he's come down to earth a little bit, 770 OPS in June, but I still think he deserves to be the center fielder. And then from there, I think there's two guys that are standing out as well. It's Kyle Tucker and James Wood. There's been some great performances. Andy Pages, we love what you're doing out there with the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Stowers down there. You just took my boy Joe Ryan deep last night. Love what you're doing offensively. You ain't there yet. Corbin Carroll definitely has an argument here.
Yeah.
On the IL now. Tough one for the Snakes, but I think those three guys, Pete Crow, Kyle Tucker, and James Wood, have just kind of stood out above the rest. Even you, Juan Soto. Even you.
Soto is charging, and the offensive stats are still behind James Wood, and that's before we get into defense, which we've done a lot of that today. Yeah, James Wood has more stolen bases than Corbin Carroll. Like, if you're thinking that could be a differentiator, which just shows how much of an absolute freak show this gentleman is. 1.8 OPS went ahead in the count. That can happen every at bat. I think you're right, Trev. Fernando, the offensive numbers are just not there that we could start going defense on that front. And yeah, I don't know if Corbin ends up in the fan vote again, but he is outdone by Wood. That you're right. I think the outfield runs it back. PCA, Tucker, and Wood. By the way, that's like a dream outfield.
I mean, the Cubs have a dream outfield. Yeah. Just throw Hap in there.
Yeah, we could. Should we? Instead, we'll congratulate James Wood and the rest of the boys. Shohei at DH. Skeens at pitcher, or actually no, I'm going Wheeler. Wheels up.
Yeah, this is
wheels up, Pop.
It's Wheels versus Skeens in the National League. What's Yamamoto done lately? He's not on our sheet. He's an honorable mention. I just want to look.
Okay.
Just want to look. And you're definitively in for Zach Wheeler. Do you have a reason for that?
I do, Trevor. I don't just shoot from the hip. Zach Wheeler, Paul Skeens. Wheeler has one more quality start. Wheeler has 136 strikeouts to Skeens' 110. Think about every time we talk about Skeens. It's unfair. He's making up pitches. How does this guy's a freak. Wheeler's out freaking him. Think about that.
I think a lot of this has to do, and look, I'm leaning Andrew Abbott. No, I love Andrew Abbott.
Abbott's
love
awesome.
watching him pitch. I think a lot has to do with the way they're treating Paul Skeens. Like they're treating it like they got kitty gloves on him.
Let him eat.
Last night they took him out after 5 innings, I believe it was. 88 pitches or something like that. It's and on the broadcast, they've explained to him that this is for the long run. It's like, man. I don't want to see that out of Paul Skeens. I want to see him go for it. I mean, the Pirates on a nice little winning streak right now. It's not going to mean anything in the long run. I understand that, but I think Zach Wheeler's the dog, and he's like, they need him to go deep into games, and they're not going to treat him with kitty gloves. And I think for that reason alone, and I'm not saying Paul Skeens wants that to happen.
Right.
He wants to be he wants to be on the Phillies probably, or at least a winning team. He wants to be on a winning team, eating up innings, going deep into games. They're not doing that. They're not letting him do that. So I think I'm with you on Wheels here.
And I don't want to pretend like it's not close. It's the same pitching thing as before. These guys have the same whip, 0.91. I think people, like, we have this weird Zach Wheeler, almost Will Smith thing that we've gone through where he's always like the second best guy. I think he's the best guy. The strikeouts are insane, and that's just a form of domination that you would assume when you look at the screen and see these strikeout numbers. You'd be like, oh, that's Skeens, right? No. And by the way, another guy, Logan Webb.
He leads in FIP and FWAR.
What?
Yes.
Like Logan Webb just simply decided to strike out more hitters. And that's working well for him. He has the most quality start. I do think Wheeler has been just a little bit better than Webb, who I just had a weird. I was gonna say if Wheeler and Will Smith have been the runner-up constantly, it feels like Logan Webb is the constant like third best.
Yeah, he has been a lot. I know.
Constantly.
I feel like he's
Just
okay
constantly.
with that too. He's like flying under the radar.
And Trev, I have good news for you within this conversation. I think Zach Wheeler has just earned his first pedal. He has never.
Whoa.
Never. So the comparison rings true. Congratulations to Philly fans. Trey Turner and Zach Wheeler. Wheels up. Who you got for a fan voter, kid?
Corbin Carroll deserves to be on that.
Yep. Schwarber? Keep the Philly train rolling?
Let me get a little gander here of the rest of the guys who we might have missed Do we want to throw one of the shortstops on there?
Yes and no. I don't know.
Because then we have to pick one of them.
Yeah.
That's always tough for us.
Yeah. I would go Carol Schwarber.
Okay. Carol Schwarber. And then do you want to go Max Muncy or Eugenio Suarez?
Ooh. Oh. I don't know.
Let's go Eugenio. Got
Okay.
a ton of home.
Two snakes. Split them
Yeah.
up. Yeah, I don't want to pretend I don't like 26 homers. Okay, so the fan vote will go to Corbin Carroll, Eugenio Suarez, and Kyle Schwarber. Big Snakes, Phillies episode. Holy smokes. Your all JM June team.
I think we crushed it.
In the AL, Cal Raleigh, big dumper. Jonathan Aranda at first. Gleyber Torres, Jeremy Pena, Jose Ramirez, Aaron Judge, Byron Buxton, Riley Green, Brent Rooker, Tarek Skubal. The fan vote, Bobby Witt Jr., Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Michael Garcia Jr. I don't think he is, but we'll see. In the National League, Will Smith getting jiggy behind the dish. Pete Alonso, Ketel Marte at second. Trey Turner is back. Manny Machado at third. Pete Crow Armstrong in center. James Wood, Kyle Tucker, Shohei Ohtani, Zach Wheeler. Your fan vote, Corbin Carroll, Kyle Schwarber, Eugenio Suarez. Dalton, I do have one more person I need you to retrieve for us. We are going to end it with Joe's McFly if he's available. But first, before we do that, it's time to bet the cycle, brought to you by the DraftKings Sportsbook. Use code JMBaseball when you sign up at the DraftKings Sportsbook. Trev, let's get it going.
I'm going with a little bunt single, drag bunt. Third baseman's back for the single. The Astros are going to defeat the Dodgers on Framber Valdez's start day. They've won 10 straight starts by my guy Framber. They're 29-21 versus teams with a winning record. That's second best in all of Major League Baseball. Framber's going to shut everyone out. That's what he does.
Curveball man. And we got our single last week, by the way, people. So you can start there. Our double, Charlie Morton. Wow. Returns to Atlanta and records the win in Truist Park. The Braves have fallen to fourth in the NL East. Morton, 3.38 in his last 45.1 innings pitched. Is he going to be pitching somewhere else soon? Back in Truist, Morton and the O's get the win.
This one's going to be tough. You got to leg out a big triple here. In his first game back at Chase Field, our guy Robbie Ray to record 10-plus Ks versus the D-backs. Oh, my goodness. He's pitched one game versus the D-backs this season. 9 Ks in that game. That was a season high. So we're looking for him to really up the ante there against the Snakes.
And for our home run, fireworks on the 4th of July during the Subway Series. Judge homer, Lindor homer, both captains of their respected New York franchises. That is the home run we're going for, and you could go for it at the DraftKings Sportsbook. There's no better time to jump in with our partners at the DraftKings Sportsbook. Right now, new customers who bet just $5 will get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use our promo code JMBaseball. Bet just $5 on any wager. Get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Promo code JMBaseball only at the DraftKings Sportsbook. Trev, a final treat to bring us to the finish line of this 1,000th episode. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe's McFly.
Look right.
Look how we look. Why this shit don't open?
Don't aim it at me.
Why not?
You're aiming down.
It's not working. My bad.
What an entrance. Joe's, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Episode 1000. Can you believe it?
I can believe it because there's
you know who you look like right now?
Me.
Mace.
Okay.
The rapper.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Good
Here-
Mace shout
Here
out.
to get some hot takes.
You had a hot take going pretty viral yesterday about war, Joes.
Yeah, a lot of people calling you a dum-dum. How about that?
I don't care what they say.
I
Until
don't either,
you give me the perfect defensive metric. Well, war is probably it's good. It's just that I don't like it being the end all be all. I think you need to use war with other stats in order to be able to see it, and you should probably compare other people in the same position versus other stuff. So
Anyone that's calling you dumb, like under your comment section, I want them to just go and I want them to explain how war is calculated.
There's a lot of people. You just don't know how war is calculated. I'm like,
nobody does. Nobody does.
The computer doesn't. So I'd like to know,
if you ask somebody that
AI.
and said, "Tell me the equation to calculate war," and don't use your phone to look it up, I don't think anybody could.
Just name it something else then.
I know
wins above replacement.
Jimmy's big on the only keep it within your position, which
Yes,
is something
I agree.
interesting to
I agree with that.
As we've talked about defensive metrics and how much that can skew things is pretty wild. And then, I think as I've been thinking about your concept of this, I think war, as you noted, the top players tend to have the best war.
Me, you, and Trev could make a stat right now, and the top players will be there.
Aaron Judge.
They'll be there.
Yeah.
No's been really good
Doesn't
this
matter.
year. Cal Raleigh.
Yeah.
I don't need to see his war.
Well,
here's my thing. How can we have war for people in 1920?
Full agree on that.
How do we do that? Even in the 90s, how are we defining defensive metrics? Now I get it.
Well, Louis Aparicio used to pick it.
You know how far a guy ran for a ball and the catch probability of that.
Right.
Based on all the other balls that we've tracked. So now I'm like, okay, I can see that. But someone was explaining to me yesterday about how they calculated war. They'd put a grid on a TV screen and then go back and say, okay, that person went from this grid to make the play and then compare. Like, what are we doing? So, I'm out on war before 2015.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, if you're comparing eras, now, at the end of the day, people look at it as correct because you're seeing the top players there anyway. But like I said, me and you make a stat today, any stat, those top players are going to be there anyway. The perfect defensive stat has yet to be invented, and when it does, then we will see a lot of these numbers change. Like that's why I'm saying that's the same crew that tell me that are so crazy about war back in the day are the same people that tell me Derek Jeter's a bad defender. Which, if you watched him,
My war also has changed. My career war has changed. It's gone up and down after I've been done playing. So,
well, it's what you're doing with Talking Baseball, bringing it up. It's bringing up your wins because
maybe we are all just stupid. I don't know. Fine. That's
Oh.
fine with me. Guess what? Doesn't mean I don't know ball.
You know ball. I'm excited for you two to link up at the All-Star game. That's usually a powerful moment.
Oh, me and Joe's at the CEA party is stuff of legends.
Players Alliance.
Yeah, we'll be there too.
We'll be everywhere.
1,000.
Any final words for episode 1,000, Joe? You should, if anyone should have the mic, it should be you.
Final words for episode 1,000. Here's to 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 years is
A lot
in the
of
future.
episodes.
1,000 years in your future.
It's not that many episodes.
Thank you to everyone. Trevor, my guy. Love you. Episode 1,000. Jombino, the fire that lit the start, the spark that lit the flame. Bobby Sirocco on the ones and twos. King BBD, who led us through a lot of our journeys and tech issues. And to everyone else, we thank you guys so much.
I do have a little video to send us out if you'd like.
Marlins won't lose a game.
Hello and welcome to Talkin Baseball. My name is Jomboy. I got my best friend in town with me. His name is Jake. Jake, how you doing?
I'm good, Jimmer. How you doing, brother? We have history today. The first guest in Talkin Baseball history, and it is... Drum roll. I tried. It didn't really work. Drum rolls don't work well on podcasts. Trevor Plouffe.
Welcome to Talkin Baseball. This is the first episode. We're streaming live on YouTube for our Patreons. This is our newest endeavor. We are excited. We've been putting a lot of work into it.
Trevor, what's up, man? We're buddies.
We're buddies. We got to hang out in LA a little bit, got to meet each other, and here we are, right?
We are in Bradenton, Jomboy, Trevor Plouffe, myself, and our guest today is Jameson Tyone. Am I saying that right?
That was really nice.
That was good?
Yeah.
We all worked on it.
Practicing all day.
Episode number 500 of Talkin Baseball. How about that?
Always great to be in the city. The energy is palpable.
Oh.
I got my duct tape in case you get out of line today.
I like that.
Yeah. Or in case you are in line.
Oh, no. Hello, Jimmy. Hello, Trevor. Episode 666. So we're discussing the devilish take on all of the contending teams. They might not make the playoffs. They might go straight to hell.
Wow.
I'm a dog. I'm a podcast rat. Used to be a baseball rat. Now I'm a podcast rat. You told me before the show that this is the first time you really felt like yourself.
I feel comfortable. I think the people find I'm just a neutral baseball fan with no biases at all. From the Plouffes and their puppy and Trev playing Fortnite, I'm sure Rocco and everyone. Thank you guys, and we'll see you soon, I guess.
Jake sucks.